school never ends. Hello, everybody. Tom here. Hope you're all well. Now, some of you may know the song by the band Bowling for Soup. If you don't worry, I'm going to post it in the comment section below. Bowling for Soup, okay? The song goes a little something like this: High school never ends. And for a lot of us, I can see that parallel. And I'm going to elaborate here on this video today as to why high school never ends. Okay. Maybe it's something that's deeply ingrained into the human sort of race that we like to form groups, we like to form cliques. And naturally, people do gravitate. And perhaps it's a thing about strength in numbers. Perhaps people don't like being on their own and are not brave enough to go on their own way. So naturally, people do gravitate towards small groups and clumps of groups. We call it cliques, call it what you like, okay? And we saw this in school. I did in high school. You know, everybody would have a certain group that they gravitated to. If you go back to the times when, like, years gone past, people would be in a particular group for likes of music that was similar. Example, there'd be people who were into heavy metal. There'd be metalers. There'd be what you call grebos. You'd be called the people called goths. People who were hip hoppers, all that sort of thing, you know. And social status wise, you'd have to fit into a group. Not that that's acceptable, and not that that should be right, because I don't believe that anyone should be pigeonholed into anything. Okay. I didn't fit in a group at school. I was quite pretty much my own man and my own person. I was ridiculed for it and I was mistreated for it. But if I could see my time again, I still would have gone down the same path. I wouldn't have cared. There were people uh, in these little cliques that did try and adopt me as their own. Like I used to play football. The guys who used to play football at break time tried to sort of adopt me as one of their own, and then I was also in one of the higher sets in school, you know. So those who were classed as the geeks, the smart kids, tried to adopt me as well, but I didn't really fit into any clique. But the fact of the matter is, the hope is always that when you leave school, you will go into a more mature environment, that being work, and this thing won't happen. Well, I'm here to tell you, it does happen. Sadly, it doesn't disappear. Hence the title of this video, High School Never Ends. You go into a workplace and there'll be people who've been there years. There'll be people who are friends with the bosses. There will be people that brown nose. There'll be people that um, have a lot more influence and power than perhaps they should have, because of who they're friends with. Everyone's got their reasons for doing this. But with my new job, I'm seeing that there is definitely some cliques, okay? And me perhaps being still quite new, only been in the job a couple of months, I'm not really fitting in a clique right now. And I have no desire to fit into a clique, okay? It is like being back in school. There are popular people that hang around with, you know, other popular people. There are those that are a bit more quiet and don't really fit into a clique, perhaps, myself included in that. And there are those that are of a certain age that perhaps relate to each other better than they would to say somebody of my age or whatever, and the ones who've been in a bit longer, a bit older. It's definitely a running theme that you can't get away from, and I've seen it in every workplace pretty much I've been in. And the worst part about it is, it's like being back in school, because people will chat stuff about others behind their back. People will cuss, and people will try and undermine you, just like being in school. And they undermine you for any reason, possible reason. They don't like you, they're not particularly keen on you, there's something about your character they don't like. I'm here to tell you today, if this is what's happening in your workplace, I'm telling you to rise above it, okay? I left the playground a very long time ago and I'm not going back there, okay? And I would say the same to anybody else who's in this situation. If you're in a workplace where it seems like you're back in school because of the way all these little cliques are forming and all these people are doing what I would class as childish and immature things. Just let them have let them do whatever they want to do, but don't involve yourself in it. Be bigger and stronger than that. Rise above it. Do your own thing. End of the day, I'm in work to work. I'm not in work to be popular. I'm not in work to, score points with anybody. I've got a job. That job keeps the roof over my head, allows me to eat and clothe myself, allows me to enjoy a little bit of freedom sometimes. You shouldn't be concerned if you're not part of the clique. Humankind will always try and form groups. It just seems to be the way of how we are. Maybe it's strength in numbers, a comfort thing. I don't know what it is. Personally, I don't care. I'm me. I'm always going to be me. I don't care if I don't fit in your clique. I don't care if you consider me strange. At the end of the day, I'm here to do a job. And in the workplace, I will always be there to do a job. And while I don't particularly care if I'm popular with anybody, we do have to have a working relationship. And that does mean working with people that I don't like. And that theme is the same as when it was in school. There was people that I didn't like in school, but I had to cooperate with them. That's life. And that's how it will be in the workplace. But remember the song and remember the phrase. Next time you're feeling like you're back in the playground or something's happening that reminds you of being back in school. And the song is by Bowling for Soup, High School Never Ends. Guys, third and final video of the week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final video, as I said, please put down in the comment section below, what are your examples of this? As I'm saying, I could see cliques forming at the current job I'm in. It's just something that seems to happen, and it's not something we can seem to avoid, okay? And it's your choice whether to join in or whether to have the decency to step aside and not do it, okay? It's entirely up to you and no judgment what you do, okay? Please, please, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I'll be very grateful, and consider giving me a thumbs up and a like. That'd be really great. Thank you very much. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Back next week with another 3. But as always, please take care of yourselves. Thank you for watching and bye for now.